This diagram maps the modern geopolitical and media landscape, an ecosystem driven by reactive cycles and algorithmic outrage. Entering it, you get swept away by conflicting truths, forced to defend your position, navigating endless cycles of disputed facts and public backlash. This slide outlines the exact mandate required to survive that informational vacuum. Stop reacting. Start leading the narrative. As this transformation chart details, true leadership today means abandoning the defensive posture of the reactor. You have to build the psychological architecture to shape the conversation yourself. Meet David Goldstein. He is isolated on an off-grid terraced orchard in Portugal, acting as a pioneer to stress test a new global solution. From this isolated shelter, he broadcasts a live proof of concept for an intensive 8-week leadership curriculum known as the Israel Flywheel. The flywheel operates on a strict 3-stage daily rhythm. It's designed to forge ethical leaders by inextricably linking high-level geopolitical theory with grueling physical execution. To see how a proactive peace economy is actually constructed, we have to map David's solo off-grid survival directly onto this exact daily curriculum. Because abstract ethics are completely useless unless they can be executed successfully every single day in the dirt. Morning begins at the Imre Mordecai Institute on Mount Zion. Inside these ancient stone walls, the cohort uses the Genii digital network to map out the ethics of their daily logistics before taking a single step outside. Their primary objective at this hour is to establish an unshakable inner core. Through conscious learning and rigorous ethical frameworks, they evaluate their decision-making processes for any potential moral ambiguity. This is where David and the Jerusalem cohort utilize the Genii AI as a predictive auditor. The system scans their daily plans to identify where ego-driven fragmentation might occur. Genii enforces strict do-no-harm protocols. It mathematically blocks plans that rely on resource exploitation or zero-sum competition, ensuring the day's foundation is structurally ethical. This diagram illustrates the outcome. By building a preemptive ethical shield every morning, they perfectly merge internal moral grounding with external strategic influence. Then the afternoon arrives and the high-energy phase kicks in. The morning's ethical architecture is put to a physical stress test in the real world. The leaders are deployed for their applied practicum. They manage on-the-ground operations at the Kollel Shot Soup Kitchen and run local food carts in Beit Shemesh. Their target is the direct distribution of BarNess miracle bars to the community. But this is treated as a strict supply chain audit rather than mere charity. To pass this challenge, the cohort must utilize whole food plant-based nutrition and prove absolute zero exploitation occurred during the bar's creation. Out in Portugal, David mirrors this exact execution. He relies entirely on a closed-loop water system and his own plant-based supply chain to fuel his heavy physical labor. By successfully auditing the metrics of this distribution, leaders see a localized model of a resource-based economy. It demonstrates that a reality of abundance can be physically executed when supply chains are decentralized. Finally, the sun sets and the evening stage begins. The cohort gathers to review the digital metrics from the afternoon's food distribution. At this hour, the curriculum pivots away from localized charity, shifting toward global macroeconomic scaling. They study the BarNessQION franchise model, mapping out the blueprint to turn a single local soup kitchen into a decentralized global network. The core economic mechanism is hardwired. Daily operational surplus from local food distribution is automatically routed to close the global hunger gap. This charitable routing creates a self-sustaining flywheel effect. The larger the network grows, the more global scarcity is systematically neutralized. This practical success is paired with a deep dive into modern Middle Eastern history and media forensics. These graduates use that literacy to develop the narrative strategies required for complex geopolitical engagement. As David demonstrates out in the orchard, marrying unshakable internal ethics with a proactive daily operational rhythm truly works. A regenerative peace economy is an executable blueprint, ready for the world.